This guy thinks nerdcore causes depression.
Modern nerdcore music is not only a subpar art form, but also a dangerous cultural phenomenon in its current form.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this. I'm Longest Solo Ever. I'm a nerdcore artist, a big fan of nerdcore music in general. You can see me reacting to it all over this channel. And yeah, I'm an artist in the modern nerdcore scene, so I took this a little personally. But really, I just need to take a moment to talk about the points this guy tries to make in this video, and why those points are definitely more dangerous than anything he thinks nerdcore is. WeScheme is a rapper, streamer, and YouTuber who makes videos on, man, I don't even know, there's a bit of everything. His biggest videos are all reactions to epic rap battles of history, which, get that bag, man, I'm on the same train right behind you. Then there's some original rap, and then there's like random commentary videos in between. It's an interesting mix. But a couple weeks ago, he posted this video. Nerdcore isn't just bad music, it's dangerous.
Today, I'd like to use my expertise in both music and psychology.
Oh, he produced for multi-platinum artists. I can't find a single thing on this dude. Like, I know his WeScheme persona and his old band After the Tone, but neither of those are multi-platinum. And even after searching his full name in every artist repertoire and songwriting and music production database I could find, I came up with absolutely nothing. I can't find a single multi-platinum artist he's produced for. And that wording's real specific too. He didn't produce multi-platinum records, he produced for those artists. And like, I could say that too. And by that I mean I arranged sheet music for Paul Schaefer's band to play at his birthday party one year. I've had some weird gigs. And the psychology, we're gonna get to that.
To share with you why nerdcore isn't just about it being a goofy, corny type of music.
Take note of that, that's gonna be important in a bit.
But the very real, painful truth that the current version of it actually has quite a negative and dangerous impact on its target audience.
Do you have objective evidence for that?
Oh, I'm going to lay out my case and use objective evidence.
Oh, good. I should make this clear. WeScheme is a big fan of nerdcore music. He's just not a fan of what nerdcore music is now. So, what is nerdcore?
It's just usually rapping or singing or making songs about nerdy things.
Okay, I'm with you so far. That's a straightforward definition that includes all the things people would call nerdcore.
It's a goofy, nerdy thing for the losers club.
Nerdcore should be goofy, tongue-in-cheek, and for losers. But to his credit, the nerdcore artists he cites, MC Lars, MC Frontalot, that's definitely a part of what they were doing for sure. It was a little silly, a little tongue-in-cheek. But then he starts blaming Neil Ciserga for the downfall of nerdcore.
He got too big for his britches. He talked about how his art was like high art form.
If you read the screenshots he's citing here, they're all secondhand comments from random Reddit users about what they think they remember Neil saying. And not one of them mentions the phrase high art form or even the word art. As far as I can tell, the Something Awful forums were being awful and he left. That's about it.
Nobody in nerdcore was trying to say what we're doing is mainstream or important or high art.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that. We're going to come back to that in a moment. How did we get from what nerdcore was, the right kind of nerdcore, to what we are now and what went wrong?
Then you have a nerdcore era that I really wasn't involved in. Minecraft parody songs, My Favorite Martian, the early beginnings of epic rap battles of history.
These are still examples of nerdcore that's okay with him because they were still being silly. And I just want to say it's wild that he name-checked My Favorite Martian. It's Your Favorite Martian. Watching this guy is making me actively stupider. And ERB in a video about nerdcore, but didn't once in this entire video mention Five Nights at Freddy's. You'd think in the wake of the biggest nerdcore song of all time getting officially canonized in the movie of the game it's about, it would come up once, right? But that points to the main flaw of this video. WeScheme isn't talking about nerdcore, not the nerdcore we know. He's taking an ethos from a completely different scene and trying to apply it to this one. So, tell me, Scheme, where did we go wrong?
Well, the current landscape of nerdcore is primarily to do with anime. That's the most popular. I remember watching the Pokemon Cypher, there was something that immediately struck me as concerning. There was no sense of self-awareness to it.
And here's WeScheme's first main point stated clearly. Nerdcore is taking itself too seriously.
Welcome to my hooker palace.
Yeah.
Everything was trying to be packaged as cool and going hard, but rapping about Charizard and Mewtwo.
Okay, yeah, his beef with modern nerdcore is that it's not corny enough, that we need to keep ourselves to the sidelines. Don't get too cool because the things you're rapping about aren't cool, right? But the point of nerdcore was to find a community.
It was an outlet to express a shared interest. And
a community of people who also like the thing you like, who think it's cool, but it's bad to actually say it's cool, right? We have to think it's lame for it to be okay. This is some hipster shit. Like, this is some crabs in a bucket gatekeeping hipster shit, and I'm tired of it. And now he gets into the psychology thing, which just, It's just insane.
The main term we're going to deal with here is cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, cognitive dissonance is when your beliefs and your values don't line up with the actions that you're regularly taking, and it can take a mental toll on you. If you're stuck in a soul-crushing job that conflicts with your values as a person, if you're a vegan working in a butcher shop, yeah, you're going to experience some distress. And I've been through this before. On my main channel, I spent a year and a half just covering songs from Friday Night Funkin'. It was popular, it was paying well, but at a certain point, I started feeling like a vending machine for cover songs. I kept going for like another month because I thought I could push through and it would be worth the pay, but it just wasn't worth it. So I switched over to Nerdcore, had a much better time, and here we are. But now I'm taking it too seriously and I have cognitive dissonance again. Oh no!
Someone who wants to be healthy and live a long life, but they're a chain smoker.
That's the example you're going with? In this analogy, Nerdcore is chain smoking? This is the wildest bad faith framing. If you have to equate taking your music a little more seriously with dying of lung cancer, you might be reaching a little.
Usually leads to heightened anxiety and depression.
Yeah, and how are we getting there from Pokemon raps?
Nerdcore artists are perpetuating a cognitive dissonance. They're asserting that nerdcore is to be taken seriously. What they're doing is high art. Internally, they know that's not what it is. And they see that too. They'll release a song that's not themed around Goku, and it doesn't clear 10% of the views.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here because this is the main thesis of Scheme's video. Setting aside that insane nerdcore causes your depression tangent he went on, this is the real point he's trying to make. Nerdcore is not and should not be considered high art because of its subject matter. Nerdcore is also not valid as nerdcore if it takes itself too seriously. Are you seeing the paradox here? I'm going to get back to the surface level in a second because I have a lot more to say there, but I just want to break this down for a second. It defines nerdcore as this ideal we should strive for, this strict definition of not too serious, not too real, stay goofy, it's for losers. That's a requirement for it to be, in Scheme's eyes, legitimate nerdcore. And he takes this very seriously. He has elevated non-serious, goofy nerdcore up on this pedestal that he claims modern nerdcore is putting itself on. He's trying to have it both ways. You have to be unserious in order to be taken seriously. It's physically impossible. It's a snake eating its own stupid-ass tail. And on a different level, remember how I said he never once mentions Five Nights at Freddy's in this entire video? Or really any of the pop, rock, or EDM side of nerdcore? There's no Living Tombstone, DA Games, Oreo, CG5, longest solo ever. The closest mention would be the Minecraft parodies in the 2010s, which he liked. And through Tryhard Ninja, yeah, we can connect that right to modern day nerdcore. And that's all fine, that's legit. It's just not the hip-hop stuff. Yeah, who does he single out as dangerous artists in this scene? Game Boy Jones, Daddy Fat Snaps, Nem Raps? Artists all coming at it from a true hip-hop perspective, arguably much more in line with the tradition of the artists he cites at the beginning as true nerdcore, MC Lars, MC Frontalot. So yeah, what's going on there? But on a bigger level, nerdcore becoming more confident in itself doesn't speak to some egotistical corruption of morals within the scene. It means we're less scared of showing the things we like. It means we're not hiding behind irony and poking fun at these things anymore because we don't want to get made fun of. And that's partially because the internet allowed us to find each other, yeah.
The internet has allowed a much larger percentage of weird kids to find each other. But just because you found all of the people who are like you doesn't mean that the majority of people are into that.
Yeah, trying to make the argument that weird kids are still on the fringe of society when the MCU is the highest grossing movie franchise of all time is just insane. And on top of that, you can't make the argument that this should stay small because the audience is small. It's just the weird kids, while also claiming that people are just making this for the views.
Some people who are not nerds at all, capitalizing off of pandering about cartoons that they've never actually watched.
Because where are the views coming from if that's the case? It's this super weak argument and it falls in on itself the second you look at it more closely.
If the nerdcore you're making or consuming isn't self-aware, I think you're part of a problem. I don't respect what you do. In fact, I have an active distaste for it.
Yeah, there it is. I don't think the subject matter of a song has any bearing on whether a song should be taken seriously. I don't think it has to be either or. And the shows and movies and games that we write songs about are made with the intention of communicating something deeper in the first place. To say that we can only make goofy, stupid songs about these is to say there's nothing actually worth experiencing in the original work itself. And that says a lot to me about how you experience art. So yeah, go make goofy music while making very carefully sure you don't take yourself too seriously. I'll be over here with the cool kids having fun.